helicopter for my boy Robbie. So I gotta hit it for my helicopter for my boy Robbie to see, he loves the helicopters. You know what I'm saying? He goes crazy over helicopters, literally. Crazy. But the topic of this message is, what you serve, who you serve, it will, who you serve, is the more likely the awareness of who you serve will determine your outcomes of life. You know what I'm saying? Who you serve will determine the outcomes of your life. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's like, why is bad things happening? Why is all kind of terrible, tragic situations happening? It's about who you serve. You know what I'm saying? That really and interesting that Jesus talks about that. Of course, Egypt. Let me see, Osiris or Horus or whatever. Well, they know about the pineal gland. And the pineal gland is inside of us. And Jesus is talking about the third eye, the pineal gland, in 6, in Matthew 6, where, before you can serve two masters. And what happens is, it says when this eye gets, darkness in it, you know what I'm saying? It will, you be about darkness. You know what I'm saying? This eye get, light in it, you'll be about light, pretty much is trying to say. But the thing is, what people need to understand and what we yield our attention to, you know what I'm saying, concerning influence, concerning our eyes and ears. I tell people the two main important spiritual gates of our body is our eyes and our ears. When that is, invaded by a force, whether it's darkness or, light and darkness, that is how you will be yielded to perform either light or things of the light or things of darkness. That we need to understand, and what we will be motivated to serve, because as what Jesus is saying, that there's a possible chance you may serve Mammon. Well, he put Mammon out there, and Mammon is about wealth and money, but I'm not gonna go there right now. But I'm gonna go probably only that will lead to Satan. Pretty much it's gonna lead to Satan, because about God and opposite. But the thing is, we don't realize that each and every day we are serving we are doing something that will bring service to something. We're doing something that will bring service to either light or darkness. And here's what people, Christians need to understand. What you're not doing, is going to bring service unto Satan. What you're not doing, not just what you're doing, but what you're not doing. Not doing enough concerning of shining a light to people. It's going to help bring more territory, because it's all about territory. If it's about kingdom, dominion is an ideal of a territory. You know what I'm saying? A territory of dominance, that you dominate a territory, and you it's about look, like light and darkness. Darkness looks like it's dominating this territory because it's more darkness than light. Now light is dominating this territory. See, this is light, this is darkness. And look, there are forces. One force is trying to give energy, one force is trying to block energy. Darkness will always be about blocking energy to get position. Light just needs to shine bright to get position. It's just that simple, y'all. I taught y'all a lot of stuff on that symbol idea. And it's about territory. A land. It's a land. It's a land. This is like the world. You know what I'm saying? Let's say the grass represents every human being. You know what I'm saying? Look, this is grass in darkness, grass in the light. This is the world. More dark and less light. You know what I'm saying? More dark, less light. This really more likely to how the world is right now concerning influence of the flow of what's going on, and what we need to realize as the light, since we are the less people are operating force. Well, Jesus said that few will go through the straight and narrow. You know what I'm saying? And he said, many are called, few are chosen. Few is supposed to be the amount of those that he will want to participate in his divine, purpose or divine plan. And the thing is, that Christians need to respect that idea, that they don't really respect that ideal concerning to question the ideal of their performance. Are they loving? Are you showing forth the love of God? That's what John says. God is not only show love, but he is love, It's not only he's about so loved the world that he gave his only God son, but he is love. And that kind of statement should know, if you are a representation of him, the love performance needs to be expected. You know what I'm saying? The love performance that's powerful enough to love your enemies. Not only love your neighbor, but it will love your enemies. That, this performance is expected, and we're going to need God to execute this performance. There's no way in your fleshly ability you can perform that kind of love concerning your enemies. Y'all know that. But the thing is, people like, whatever, I'm going to kind of somewhat do this Christian thing and halfway love somebody, halfway serve my purpose concerning a Christian, and things will turn out right. That, the lukewarmers are thinking that, that's going to happen, that they're going to just somehow, really try to perform the things of God. It's a crazy idea. It's a crazy idea concerning if they reverence and respect that. I tell people, and to truly only to love God, you must fear him first. You have to learn to fear the Lord to truly have a relationship with the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reverence and respect what he say. You know what I'm saying? He says what he means and mean what he says. That's what he does. If God said, let there be light, he meant light. And light got to appear. You know what I'm saying? If he said, let something has substance have to, get active, pretty much. And the thing is, we don't, those that, are not, those that are truly seeking to serve God will understand that. Those that are not sincere about serving God, they just there for the, to me, benefits package, that is the problem, And this world system has conditioned people to be about the benefits package. And the thing is, be a Christian based upon the benefits package is what is, to me, too many ministries are showing Christianity as so much a benefit package. Oh, he'll give you grace and mercy. He'll give you blessings. He'll do this for you. He'll do that for you. And it's like, let's ignore what we are supposed to do and what the Word of God says that we're supposed to, love our enemies. We're supposed to love everyone, and we're supposed to, submit and surrender all. We're supposed to suffer. We're supposed to suffer for the sake of the gospel of Jesus Christ. To have a beatitude, like what? I'm not supposed. Christians are supposed to have a beatitude. I thought I can still have a bad attitude. I thought I can still, be negative. No, the aim is to be more positive. Yes, you will be negative sometimes, but then you fall down and get back up and aim for the mark of the high calling of God in Christ Jesus that you press towards, that it says in Philippians 3:14, that you be on that agenda, that God really, the whole ideal of the orchestration of God sending his son to die on the cross. And it says in Philippians 2, to come in a form as a servant, that we learn to serve him. We learn to become a servant, that we serve to shine forth the light. That we serve to shine forth the light is the idea that now watch it. Yeah, I'm supposed to talk about the outcome. Goodness. But here's the thing about the outcomes. Now, how people, wants to trip, off of the bad outcomes that are happening in the world we live in. You're gonna go. It's cars. People are gonna trip about the bad outcomes. Bad tragedies, bad situations, bad circumstances. Bad things happen in your family, in your friends, at your work, at your job. It's a lot of bad outcomes are fluctuating in this world, and it's supposed to, let me say this again, it's supposed to happen based upon the influence that is being fueled through your television and radio and internet and your environment. You know what I'm saying? It's bad outcomes are supposed to happen. People are supposed to be, majority of people are supposed to be operating in darkness based upon, like I said, the influence that is flowing. And you're not supposed to be shocked that someone did you wrong. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to be shocked of pretty much how bad they did you wrong, because there's people that's been done wrong and it affected them less, but there's people who have been done wrong and it affected them big time, huge time. I know I got some witnesses out there watching this video, but you have been affected big time concerning the huge you've been affected real bad by the mistreatment of people. Well, that is supposed to be happening. You know what I'm saying? This, it's not, we're not supposed to be shocked over negativity continually going on. And the thing is, the more you get shocked, the more that shows how much who you serve. You because it's like, oh snap, somebody did something bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like it's like this ignorance. There's spiritual darkness is pretty much is ignorance. You know what I'm saying? You ignore what you allow influence you based upon the negative and wickedness of media. You ignore that you listen to negative stuff. You know what I'm saying? Then something negative happened. Oh snap! What? Something bad happened and it's horrible and it's terrible and I feel real bad. What? It's like what? Everybody, what? Well, that is the response of two ideas of darkness, and that's the awareness that people are operating in darkness, and the awareness. The second idea is the message that I have. You know what I'm saying? That you're less aware that the outcomes of darkness is, for the wages of sin is death. You know what I'm saying? That's what's supposed to happen, and the demises get worse and worse, and as what Jesus says in Matthew 24, it waxes more worse, and people want to do more negative things, and it's a terrible situation concerning a lot of people. Outcomes that they're facing in their life. But the thing is, we can't. It's all about the light. If you want light outcomes, it means it rhymes with light. It goes right. If you want right outcomes to happen in your life, you got to get the light. You know what I'm saying? You got to be about the light. But if you want to allow yourself to be influenced by darkness, you get the thing called, it rhymes, nonsense. So you will be addicted to nonsense if you get darkness. You need to learn to be addicted to the light. You get things right. And the only way you can get addiction of the light is through Jesus Christ. All right, that's the message. Hope you understand about who you serve is going to determine your outcomes of your life. That's the message. God be the glory here and forever and ever. In Jesus' name, amen.